Hello everyone. This is an interesting video we are doing because we are doing the ultimate favorite Pokemon Picker challenge type thing because I figured it'd be kind of interesting to see which Pokemon are my favorite based on the different generations. So, let's start. We have Generation 1 normal types. So here's all the normal types. Out of these, I would probably put Hmm. Probably put Eevee. I really like Eevee and Evolutions, so I would probably put that one put Eevee up top. Um, so yeah, Generation 1 fire types. This is hard for me because Rapidash is my favorite, one of my favorites. So is Arcanine, Growlithe, Vulpix, Ninetales, and Charizard. So my favorite one of all of these, I would probably have to put Arcanine. I do like a good dog Pokemon, so it gets very easy to do that. My favorite water type in Gen 1. Now, this is interesting for me because Blastoise was my very first ever Pokemon. Like, when I first started Pokemon, I picked Squirrel. So, but now that I've played a bunch of other games, other water types are up in my list. So, honestly, Lapras is one of my favorites. I really like Lapras. Gen 1 grass types. We have all of these immediately. Gloom, and that's simply because of the Pokemon episode where there's Erica's gym and Gloom is the one that's like trying to help, but like everyone's like it's so stinky, so they run away from it. I think Gloom is so fun. Favorite electric type? Um, I'd say probably Pikachu. No, I think I would actually put Jolteon because Jolteon's like my second favorite evolution from like, well, it'd be like Umbreon, Sylveon, Jolteon. So it'd be like in my top three. So yeah, ice type. Here is these. This one I would honestly put Articuno because Articuno is like another top three legendaries just because I always liked the coo it makes, like the cry it would make in both Red and Blue and then Fire Red. So yeah. Fighting type. Fighting type, I would probably go for Hitmonlee because Hitmonlee was the fighting when they give you the option to pick like Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee. I ended up using Hitmonlee a lot during my playthrough, so it's a little warm in my heart because of that. Poison type, me not realizing that there's all of these poison types, but would be Venonat. And Venonat, I say because this was one that like I found in the Safari Zone, and I just immediately was like, okay, I'm using this now. I don't care if it's like good or bad, I'm using it. That's how it was as a kid. So Venonat, it became like a Venomoth. It was one of my favorites. Ground type, let's see, probably Marowak. I like the Marowak and Cubone line because I love the Cubone story. It's sad, but I do love it. And Marowak I do like using, especially down here in Gen 7 for Alolan Marowak. It's one of my favorites. Flying types, let's see. Um, Probably Dodrio. Dodrio is another one like Venonat when I did my playthrough as a kid. I was like, I like the tri attack it would do. Like I can make fire, ice, and water, like fire, ice, electric. I can make them all happen. So it's a little warm because of that. Out of the psychic types, I would probably put Alakazam in there because I do find it fun to use. And it's not like, I don't use it often, but it is fun to use. In bugs, like I was saying before, Venomoth would be here, Venonat, Venomoth, because they were my favorites. So Venomoth gets to go here. Rock types. This one's fun because Aerodactyl is one of my favorite fossil types, or fossils that are in all the games. So Aerodactyl is like up there, it's like top. Ghost types, we got 3. Gengar is it. I like his little mischievous self. Definitely Gengar gets number 1. Dragon type, there's 3. Dragonair was my favorite because I didn't mind Dragonite or Dratini. I was like, I like the Dragonair. I like the little serpent thing. Dark type, interesting. So the Messina, the Ghost, and then like the Dead, and then the Substitute Doll. I'll probably put the Messina because, or the Missing No, because I do like the story with it and it's very cool. And I like it's just like it can be corruption and stuff, so I put it there. Steel type, there's Magnemite, and Magneton. Probably put Magnemite. It's cute. It's just little, and I'll go for it. Fairy type, Clefairy. Clefairy is only because, again, like Gloom, I watched a lot of the Gen 1 Pokemon shows, and so I did the like Clefairy, Clefairy when he's like singing. Now starter, Blastoise immediately becomes starter number 1. I grew up with it. It was my first starter. It's gonna go there. The gimmick form, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. I do like a Chunkachu. I do like Chunkachu, but I also like the Fluffy Eevee. I do like Snorlax with like the plant, and I do like Butterfree like this. I do like Mega Kangaskhan and Mega Gengar. I do like Charizard X too. There's a lot of them I like. But if I had to pick one, I would probably pick Charizard X because it was fun for me to use in Generation 6. In Legendary, but since I already have Articuno here, I'm going to put Mewtwo, because Mewtwo, again, was another favorite Legendary of mine when I was a kid. But the overall favorite of Generation 1, I will have to be... I'm tied between Arcanine, Venonat, and Blastoise. I might have to go Arcanine. Just because, like I said, a dog Pokemon will get me in a heartbeat. Normal types of Generation 2 are these, and before the Furret video, where it's like always running, Furret was just cute to me in Generation 2, so I did find that as a favorite of mine because of it, and I liked how it ran, so it helps. Generation Fire type, no questions asked, Houndoom. Houndoom is my number 1 favorite Pokemon, so it is automatically Fire type. Water. I'm gonna save Suicune for the Legendary because that is my favorite Legendary of Gen 2. Favorite water type, I would probably put Lantern, just because I like that it's like an underwater fish that lights up. It's fun, and I did like that. As a grass type, I mean, if I'm going to put Suicune down here, I'll put Celebi here, because Celebi would be like the next one. And that's because I've watched the Pokemon, I think it's Pokemon For You, or it's the Celebi movie, where they go back in time and, where Ash and them go back in time. So I did like Celebi in there. Favorite electric type? Flaffy. I like Flaffy. It's cute. I like its little cry that it has. Flaffy's my favorite of that. Of these, actually, would be Sneasel. I'm a fan of Sneasel. I think it's a fun one to, and I like that it evolves into Weavile. So I think that's how that one's gonna go. Fighting types, Hitmontop. Out of the fighting types, Hitmontop was one of the ones that like I tried my hardest to like get everything to balance correctly so that it would evolve into Hitmontop. Because again, in the Pokemon anime, there's an episode with Hitmontop in it, and I thought it was so fun. And then when I began to use it as like a Pokemon on my team, it became a fun one to use too. Favorite poison type? Crobat. It wasn't until recently that I liked Crobat, But it was because in these later generations, I ended up evolving Golbat into Crobat, and was like, huh, it's fun. I like it. Ground type, uh, Dongfan. And again, it's because of the Pokemon anime. I like it. It's the reason in Generation 9, when it came with the Donphan forms, I thought it was a fun idea to do that. And I liked the episode with Fanphy and Donphan, and like Tracy's in there. It's a fun episode, so Donphan has become a favorite out of those. Out of the flying types, interesting, I will have to put Lugia as my favorite flying type because Lugia's movie was another favorite of mine as a kid because I liked Lugia's song in that movie, and I liked he stopped the birds, the Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos from fighting. Favorite psychic types? Out of these, Espeon. Espeon's a good favorite of mine. Like I said, I like all the evolutions, so it's pretty easy for me to pick Espeon on that one. Favorite bug type? I was actually saving it for Ariados because it has been fun to use recently, and it's different. I like it. I'd be between Ariados or Ariados and Heracross. Those are probably like my favorites in Gen 2. Then rock type, Tyranitar. If you've seen the movie, I think it's in the Celebi movie where like Tyranitar goes like crazy Godzilla kind of mode. I think it's that one, or it might be an episode. I like Tyranitar in that. I think it's cool, so it goes there. Mischievous is the only one. Kingdra is the only one there, so that makes it easy for those. Out of this, like I said, Houndoom's my favorite, but my favorite dark type would be Umbreon, because Umbreon is my #1 favorite evolution. I love Umbreon, and I would love to be a shiny Umbreon. So, anyway. Steel type, probably put Skarmory. I, for the longest time, kept forgetting Skarmory was not Gen 3, but it was a lot of fun to use in Hoenn, so it's a favorite there. Favorite fairy type, probably Azumarill, just because it's all big and chunky, and it's like a fun one to use with thick fat, so it goes there. This one, well, my favorite starter is Typhlosion. It's the first one I ever leveled up to 100 and had the most fun with, so favorite gimmick form out of these is Mega Houndoom. Favorite legend, like I said, I was holding Suicune there for that because Suicune is one of my favorites, and it brings in like Morty and Eucene's like whole backstory, so I loved that. But my favorite overall is going to be Houndoom. It's just gonna have to be Houndoom. Favorite normal type of Gen 3 will have to be probably Delcatty. I like Delcatty. It's a normal cat with like a big, like, it reminds me of like a fancy prim proper Delcatty. Fire type, out of these, I would probably put Camerupt. Just I like using Camerupt, so it makes it pretty fun to use fire type wise. Favorite water type would be probably Sharpedo. Actually, I might save Sharpedo for dark. So, nah, I might do like Sharpedo here because I really like Sharpedo, and especially with Alpha Sapphire going to Team Magma, seeing Mega Sharpedo. That was a fun one. Favorite grass type. Ooh, interesting. Probably put Cacturne. I did like Cacturne and Cacnea with James in Generation 3. And it's a scarecrow. It's just a scarecrow. Electric, Manectric. Again, if you have to ask, it's a dog Pokemon. What do you expect? Ice types. I go Spheal. Spheal is just funny. This little round roly-poly thing. It's cute. I will go for it in a heartbeat. Fighting type. Pew pew. Hariyama. I liked using Hariyama in my playthroughs, and that's where it gets kind of like bonus points for that. Poison type. I would probably put Roselia. I do like Roselia and Roserade in Generation 4. So, you go there. Ground. Flygon. I love Flygon. It's so fun. It's so cute. It's a lot of fun to use. I'm using it. Favorite flying type would have to be Altaria. I think it's fun to use, and I love its gimmick form, so it's gonna go there. Psychic type. Ooh, interesting, because we've got the Latios, Metagross, Jirachi, Gardevoir, Spoink, Claydol. I would probably have to go with Latias. It's fun to use, and it's a little legendary that's pretty cool. And I like an Alpha Siren and Omega Ruby that you get to fly on them. Bug types. Masquerain was one of the ones that I accidentally ended up using the first time I played the Generation 3 games. I played Sapphire, I believe, is one of the one I started out on, and ended up evolving Masquerain and using it a lot. So yeah. So I realized I got far down when I realized I was not recording. So I think the last ones we were on was right in here. So I ended up actually putting, so for Gen 4 so far, we have Starly for normal, Chimchar for fire, Buizel for water, Carnivine for grass, Luxray for electric, Frozlast for ice, Lucario for fighting because of the Pokemon of Gen 6. Poison, I put Roserade because Roserade is one of my favorites with Roselia. I did have trouble between Toxicroak and Skuntank. Then we have Garchomp, which is one that I didn't realize was as powerful as it was when I first played the games. And now it's one of my favorites. I put Chatot and Flying because of the little gimmick that you could like record your voice in Pokemon like Diamond and Pearl. I thought it was a gimmick that I liked. Then I put Cresselia for Psychic, Skorupi for Bug, because Skorupi is one of my favorite bugs. Rampardos and Dusknoir were both Mystery Dungeon fondness that I really adore. Then I put Dialga for Dragon, because I have a favorite legendary that's coming up. And then I put Skuntank, because I thought it was fun to do. Now we're in the Steel category, and I think I honestly would put Magnezone here, because it's just, that's one of my favorite, like, when they extended the evolutions the first time they did it, Magnezone was one of my favorites because it looked very, like, sci-fi stuff. But I think my recording got cut, and then where I was explaining, like, I think it was from Lucario on, completely just went away. So, back to fairy type. We're going to put Togekiss here. Togekiss is another extended Pokemon evolution that I liked. So these two will go together. Favorite starter. And I've said before, I do have a favorite starter. It wasn't Chimchar. It's actually Turtwig. I like Turtwig. It's adorable, and I like the little Turtwig. So it's fun. That's why it's one of my favorite starters. My favorite gimmick Pokemon here would have to be, I do like the origin, like Primal Dialga. It's so cool. I like to turn orange and it looks cool. But my favorite legendary is Giratina. I was hinting at it when I put Dialga down. Favorite legendary is Giratina. Now my favorite overall Gen 4 Pokemon. This is a hard one. What would I pick? I would honestly pick Luxray. I like the electric cat-like Pokemon. So I'm gonna guess it goes there. Gen 5 normal. I forget there's a lot. Why is there Monica is a normal? Humanoid. Okay. Gen 5. We have some normal types. I will probably put Herdier just because Herdier is the little dog Pokemon that I liked. It's just a normal dog. That's all it is, a normal dog. Favorite fire type in black and white would have to be, it's kind of hard one. Probably Victini. It's a little like V-Create. So, yeah, I'd put Victini there. Favorite water type in black and white? Again, another hard one. I just don't have like a lot of standout favorite Pokemon in black and white. So it's going to be interesting to see which ones I actually like more. I would probably put Oshawott as my favorite water type. But again, it's also well, no, it's not my favorite starter. I do say that. So there is a starter type that I do like. Favorite grass type? I do have to admit Maractus is one of my favorite grass types. I like the little like dancing cactus. So that's why it's one of my favorites. Electric. Emolga. I'm a flying squirrel fan. I think them putting Emolga as one of them was adorable. So it became one of my favorites. My favorite Cryogonal, and again, I love its shining. I like that it looks like fires are in its eyes, but it's like an ice thing. I just like it. I really want to try shining hunting for that one, which I was trying to do in uh Gen 8 in the Galar region, but I just didn't find it. Favorite fighting type. This one I don't really have much of a fighting favorite, but I'd probably put Cobalion in here. It's one of the ones I like. Poison, again, not really a favorite in here. Scolopede's one that I like. Again, not really a favorite though. The favorite ground type. Another, I don't really have a favorite, but I do like Excadrill. I think it's cool. So, favorite flying type. Would probably put Braviary. The second would be Swoobat, but I think it's a psychic type too. Yeah, but I also, honestly, my favorite psychic type is Reuniclus in Gen 5. I like the little alien self. Favorite bug type. I liked Galvantula. Galvantula, like an electric spider, was pretty fun to use. So Galvantula is a favorite in Gen 5. Favorite rock type be Archeops. That's actually probably going to end up being one of my favorite fossils down here. Ghost type, we have Chandelure. Chandelure is one of my favorites, so it can go there. Favorite dragon, you saw that I almost picked Hydreigon, but I think I might put it in a, well, no, maybe. I'll put Hydreigon for dragon, simply because in the dark type, I put Zorua. But Hydreigon is one of my favorite, like, dragons to use. Steel type, I would probably put, let's see, which one would I put? Probably Ferrothorn? I'm looking at him, and yeah, Ferrothorn would probably be the one that I like out of the most. Favorite fairy type? I've had to pick Whimsicott, you know. It's one of my favorites, I guess. It was one that I would pick, I guess. But my favorite starter is Serperior. I like this serpentine Pokemon. Favorite gimmick form? Ooh. A lot of gimmick forms I don't particularly know. So, probably Mega, or, not Mega. Which one, what is it again? G-Max Garbodor, just because it's cool. But the favorite legendary I was saving, which was Reshiram. I like its fiery tail. It's a fun legendary. Overall, here would be, my favorite overall Pokemon. I'll say the one that has stayed with me is Cryogonal. That's the one that has probably stayed with me. Now, Gen 6. Gen 6. Normal type. Let's see. Very simple normal types. I'd probably put Pyroar or Litleo. Litleo is what I meant. Just because it's fun, it's cute. Fire type. I don't want to put Mega like Houndoom, Mega Charizard X just because they're ones that I've already picked. So if I had to pick something different, it'd be Talonflame. It was fun to use. It was strong. I liked it. My favorite water type, Froakie. My favorite starter is actually Greninja, but, you know, spoiler, but Froakie. Favorite grass type. In this generation, it would be Trevenant. I like the haunted tree. I also probably would put Pumpkaboo just because it could grow in different sizes. So I thought it was fun that it did that. In the electric category, I like Helioptile because it's cute. It's a little cute electric thing that I thought was fun to use. So it goes in there. Favorite ice type, Amora or Aurorus is one that I liked. I don't think I ever got to use it though, because I ended up using Tyrantrum. And so I don't think I ever got to use Aurorus. Fighting type, Hawlucha. I like Hawlucha. Ever since I saw its Mega in Legends EA, I like Hawlucha. Poison type, Dragalge. It's a fun one to use. Rock type, probably Zygarde. Zygarde's a fun one. I like the different forms that it has. Flying, holy moly, they just put all the Vivillon's things in here. Probably Noivern. Noivern is actually one that I ended up accidentally using in my playthrough and found how much I really loved it. So in the second category, I would probably put Little Esper, because Esper and Meowstic was another one that I used accidentally and enjoyed him. Enjoyed using them. Bug types, out of these, honestly, I thought Mega Pinsir looked really cool. It was really cool to see it being used. Favorite dragon, or rock types. I said dragon, rock types. I would probably put Diancie. I like Diancie. It's fun. It's fun and little. Ghost type. I guess in here I could put Mega Banette, because I said that Mega Absol was my favorite up here, so Mega Banette. Favorite dragon would be, I like Goodra. It's cute. It's a derpy looking little dragon type. Dark type. I'm actually going to put, maybe Hoopa Unbound would be in here, just because it was so cool how it became Unbound. And that's because I do have a favorite legendary here. Steel type. I don't really have a favorite steel type here. I guess I would put Mega Metagross here. And like, again, shiny Mega Metagross. Fairy type. Sylveon. No contest, Sylveon. It's my second favorite evolution. What do you know? Favorite starter, Greninja. My favorite form. Ooh, this is interesting. Because I've already had Mega Houndoom. So maybe this is one where I put Mega Gengar. Maybe. No, I'll put Mega Altaria, because I did say that one is like my favorite one. out of Mega Houndoom and Mega Absol, Mega Altaria. Favorite legendary? Yveltal. I like it. Or if you watch MJTV, Yveltal or Yveltal. There we go. My favorite one overall would be Sylveon. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. For me to pick my favorite Sylveon. Favorite normal type in Gen 7? Probably Beware. I think it's cute and plushy, and I also like that if it hugs you, it can kill you. So, it's like cute but deadly. Favorite fire type? I would probably put Blacephalon. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun little character. Pokemon Ultra Beast. Favorite water type in this group? I would probably put Poplio. We see a theme is that I like the first stage water types. Favorite grass types? Here I would probably put Rowlet. I like Rowlet and Poplio a lot. Favorite electric type? Alolan Raichu. I think it's cute. It looks like it has a little surfboard. I also like Surfboard Pikachu, or Surfing Pikachu. So, Alolan Raichu helps. Alolan Ninetales definitely goes into Ice type. Because that was one of my favorite Alolan forms, was Alolan Ninetales. Fighting type. Here I would put Marshadow. Just because it's just one that you don't expect to be such a powerful fighting type. Like with the legendary and whatnot. So, definitely put it there. Favorite poison type? Naganadel or Naganadel. I never know how to actually say that right. But I did like this Ultra Beast when I got it, so it was fun to use. So that became my favorite. This one is Palossand. I like shiny one of that one. It's fun. I like it's like a I like it reminds me of like black sand and like a beach somewhere. So it's a fun one. Favorite flying type? I probably put Toucannon just because I did have fun using it in Generation 7. So yeah, I think that's where that one would go. Favorite psychic type? Maybe the Duskwing or Dawnwing's Necrozma. That one's a fun one. I do have to admit Lunala is my favorite down here, so. Favorite bug type would be Vikavolt. Vikavolt. I was like, I made sure I said that one right, didn't I? Vikavolt, it's fun to use, an electric type. And it was one that I never thought I would use until I did try it. Like, I did a playthrough and I was like, I'm going to try Vikavolt. And I liked it. Rock type, I like the dust form Lycanroc because it looks kind of like werewolf-like. So it was fun to use for me to do. So I'll pick that one. Ghost type. Immediately I would go with Mimikyu, but also as a fairy type, I'd probably go Mimikyu. So for this one, I will pick an Alolan Marowak's gonna go here. So I like have where everyone's supposed to go, especially in this area. So maybe Decidueye would be my favorite ghost type. Dragon, I would pick Guzzlord. It's another Ultra Beast that I liked out of the group. Dark type, probably Alolan Raticate because I like that it looks very chunky. Steel type will be Togedemaru. I liked the trial that you had with Togedemaru. And it's also fun to use. So, fairy type, like I hinted at, Mimikyu goes here. Automatically, Mimikyu goes here. Starter is Primarina. This was the first starter I did when I did a Ultra Moon, or no, it was Moon. Because when I got Ultra Moon, I think I did Decidueye. So, Primarina was one of my favorite ones I used. Of course, here is Alolan Marowak. It's one of my favorite Alolan forms, so it's gonna go there. And like I said before, Lunala is gonna go here. Overall favorite, Mimikyu, just because I have used Mimikyu beyond like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, like Gen 7. It's so much fun to use. In Gen 8, the favorite normal type out of the crew, I do like Hisuian Zora. It's fun. I'm gonna put it as my favorite normal because I love that one. It's one of my favorites, so it's gonna go in there. Again, Hisuian Arcanine is another favorite of mine. The Hisuian forms were so good. I really liked these two. Water. Let's see, water. I do think the Cramorant with the Pikachu in its mouth was funny. um, but out of these, I liked using Dreadnought. It was fun to use. It's like unexpectedly fun to use. Out of the grass types, though, I really liked Grookey because I think it's so cute and little. So Grookey can go there. Here, immediately Yamper. It's a corgi. It's electric. It's my favorite dog. Yamper immediately will be the winner. Favorite ice type out of here. I really liked this one, G-Max Darmanitan, because I liked that it went from this ice type to like this ice fire beast. So I liked it. It looked fun. Now fighting. Fighting's fun because Phalanx is here. And I like Phalanx. It's adorable. I like its little like hop 2, 3, 4, hop 2, 3, 4. And it's like it's just a favorite one of mine. I like that one a lot. Poison. Probably G-Max Gengar. It is so crazy what it looks like. Favorite ground type? Am I doing that right? Yeah. I do like G-Max Anaconda. I like that it looks like a tornado with a serpent in it. It's a fun one that I think is cool. Flying type, I would probably put Galarian Articuno because I think it looks cool and kind of off-putting. Favorite psychic type, I think I would put Hatterene in here just because it was fun to use. I definitely used Hatterene a lot. In bug, I think I'll have to put Cinescorch in here because that was one that I ended up using through my playthrough because I wanted to do something different. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed using Cinescorch. In rock type, I will have to put Colossal because that was another one that I ended up using in my playthrough, but I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. In ghost type, I will have to put Calyrex Shadow Rider because this was one of my favorite like forms with them together. It was cool, so it was one of my favorites. Dragons. Dragons, I would have to put probably Dragapult. Like it's like little mini dragons that come and like attack you. Dark type. Probably more Peko because it was one that I did not expect to be as difficult as it is to handle, but it was so fun. Steel type. Berserker. Berserker was another one that, like these two, was one that I ended up using and liking at the same time. Fairy type. I will have to put Zacian with it's like Crowned or Behemoth. I like Crowned with the big wings. Zacian is one of my favorites, so. Favorite starter, I mentioned before, Rillaboom. But my favorite gimmick, which is actually kind of difficult here because there's so many different gimmicks. But again, I want to pick something different than the rest of everybody else. So I think I'm going to have to pick Galarian Rapidash because Galarian Rapidash is a favorite one of mine. And Legendary, I'm going to have to look again because that's another one that it kind of tie on some things. I guess I would have to put like the Crowned Zamazenta. Now, overall will be Yamper. I think that's pretty self-explanatory for my favorite dog being in the game. Normal type in Gen 9. Now, Gen 9 I've played through, but I'm not as familiar with, so it's going to be interesting to see which ones I end up liking. But I do like Graphite. I would put the Mousehold. I like Mousehold a lot. It's pretty fun. Skeledirge, it's fun for me. I like it that it looks like a sugar skull. That's why that one becomes my favorite. In this one, I actually will have to put Walking Wake because I thought it was so cool when they released it as a water type. Grass type is... I like Diplin because it's different than Applin. I like Diplin. This one, my favorite electric type is Pawmot. I like Pawmi. I probably put Pawmi because I do like Pawmi more. Ice type, I would probably put Satotl. I just like its little derpy face. In whoop, that's not it. Fighting. There we go. Probably Koraidon. Koraidon's a fun one. Poison, I hinted at. Graphite, it's one of my favorites, which allows Clodsire to be here too, because I enjoyed using Clodsire. Favorite flying type, I would probably put Iron Jugulus here, just because it's another form that I really like. Psychic, it's a little hard, but I might put Screamtail. Let's see, bug type. The Tarantula, I thought was pretty cool. I think it looks kind of cute. So it's like at the beginning, I do try to go for this one just to have on the team. Favorite rock type, Cloth. I like Cloth is kind of derpy looking. And then on the ghost side of things, I do like Grievard, just because it's like a little dead like dog that like haunts the area. So I would pick that one. Favorite dragon, I probably put Miraidon. Dark type, Mabostiff. There were so many dogs in this that I liked. So if that's gonna like give you any forewarning. In the steels, I did like I don't really like Iron Treads as much as I like I forgot that one. This one, Great Tusk. His name just went out the door. This I would probably put Tinkaton. But as a fairy, I think it's pretty self-explanatory that Fido would be here. Starter-wise, again, Skeledirge. This is one that I will have to repeat because it is one of my favorites. And then the favorite alternative form, I guess I would put like Hisuian, or not Hisuian, Paldean, jeez. Paldean Wooper, because I liked Clodsire. And my favorite legendary is Miraidon. Actually, no. Honestly, Koraidon is one of my favorites because I think it looks cool, along with the kind of Hispanic Spaniard. Overall, though, my overall favorite, though, I would probably have to put it as Graveyard. Let me look. Let me double check. But yeah, I think Graveyard, these are probably the favorites. Now my favorites over all of them, which is kind of crazy to ask, I would probably have to put Hisuian Zura. My favorite fire types, I would probably have to put Hisuian Arcanine. Water, I think Sharpedo wins that one. Grass type, Gloom, just because of the fondness. Electric would be Yamper. Ice, out of everyone, I think Cragonal wins that. Fighting, Phalanx wins for sure. Poison type, Venonat would win. The type of rock types I think I would pick would probably be Palisand. And flying, ooh, this one's a hard one. I think I'd put Noivern just because, like, I love bats. I think it's a fun one to do. In the psychic realm of things, I think Reuniclus would overtake my favorite one out of all of those, along with Galvantula for that one. My favorite rock type would have to be probably the dust form Lycanroc. Then ghost type, I would put Banette. Dragon, I would have to put Hydreigon because that's one of my favorite dragons. Dark type, I think Umbreon would win. Steel would be Togedemaru. Favorite fairy type, Mimikyu is like another big favorite of mine. But my favorite water type, or starter, actually, starter. I think I would have to put Typhlosion just because the symbology of it being the first one I got to level 100. And then out of these, I would put Mega Absol just because I thought it was so pretty. Favorite one, Rayquaza, and then overall favorite is Houndoom. The last little area down here, team-wise, I would probably put Houndoom on here. Probably put Rayquaza on the team. Hydreigon would be on there. Yamper would be on there. Probably put Phalanx also, and then have Sharpedo. I think that would be my team. I think it'd have to be. Can't tell which one. There we go. Regional bird. Starly. Regional mammal. Probably Lechonk. Favorite bug. I would have to put Tarantula because I think it's fun. Favorite pseudo. I would put Hydreigon. Favorite Pikachu clone. Mimikyu. Evolution. Umbreon. Fossil. Archeops. Regional form. I would have to do probably Hisuian Growlithe. Gigantamax. Ooh, there's a lot of good ones on this one as well. I maybe would have to do the Chunkachu. The baby clone. I would do Mantike. I think it's cute. So, Box Legendary. Rayquaza. Mythical. I think I would have to pick Marshadow. Ultra Beast. This one's fun because, like I mentioned before, Blacephalon was here as a fun one. It is also my favorite Ultra Beast, so I would put that one there. Paradox. I really like a lot of the Paradox Pokemon, but I like a lot of the old ones, the past. So, probably Raging Bolt. If I didn't have Pommy, I would do Raging Bolt because Pommy's cute. It's one of my favorite. My favorite type is like dark types. I think it's fun. And my favorite Pokeball, I really like, where's the luxury ball? Right there. I like that one. Randomize the Spinda. I don't really have a favorite Spinda term, so I did like the Pokeball, Vivian. And the Alcremie, I like the Gigantamax one. It's fairly fun. Favorite new evolution. I think I would have to put Sylveon here because it is one of my favorite ones. So yeah, there are some of my favorites. I don't know if I scroll up if that gets that won't get everybody, will it? So I zoom out, maybe. There we go. So there is my favorite Pokemon of every generation and everything. And my favorites overall, which of course Houndoom and the team that I created. So yeah, let me know what your favorite Pokemon are. Maybe give me your top 3 favorite Pokemon. Comment down below. Like, let me know. Because I want to see if we have some similarities. Maybe some that you didn't expect. And I'm Heather. I'm a variety content streamer. This is just kind of like a one-off thing I decided to do. But I also will do like Sims content. I talk about books that I've written, books that I've read. I do farming games. I do horror games. I just kind of do whatever I feel like I want to do at the time. And ta-da, we are here. So that is the end of this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day or evening wherever you are. And bye.